Today I'm watching Angel Season 3, Episode 2. It's a start of a new season. In the previous episode, we saw that Winifred has been, hiding out at the hotel. She hadn't left her room. Angel had gone away for 3 months, but now he was back and was obviously processing Buffy's death. It seems like he's doing okay and was feeling a bit guilty for not being more upset. I'm glad there's not going to be, 10 episodes of him being inconsolable and moody and brooding like he usually is. So yeah, I think he's okay with it. I think he's still very sad, but as we saw in the last episode with his conversations with James, he's not willing to do something reckless and he's not willing to unalive himself like James was. We also found out Cordelia, is taking medication from her visions, and the big, ending to the last episode was Darla is pregnant. And the last we know is that Darla had slept with Angel, so I'm definitely thinking this is Angel's baby. I don't know who else it could be. I didn't think vampire babies were possible. It's just opened a whole new line of questions and plot lines, obviously, for these characters, and something that's going to have a huge impact on Darla and Angel's life. So I'm definitely very curious to see where that's gonna go. They, saved that moment right to the very end, and I don't know what Angel's response would be. I don't think Angel ever thought of himself as a parent, so I'm very curious to see where that's gonna go. I don't know if it will be in this episode. They definitely put that out there, and like I said, I don't know who else would be the father of Darla's baby. I'm glad Lauren is back. We had some scenes with him at the karaoke bar, and Winifred was added into the main title cast, so I'm assuming she's gonna be here for the whole season. They didn't really mention Wolfram and Hart or anything like that in the previous episode, but I'm sure they're still going to be our main villains. They've been our villains for the past 2 seasons. So Lindsay is gone, so maybe we'll get some new cast members with someone, now being involved with Wolfram and Hart. I don't know, but I'm very curious to see where this season's going to go. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
Our sincerity. How about joining us for the rest of the meal? Wasn't that the point of coming downstairs?
Well, at least she left her room. She's still hiding at her table, but baby steps.
When they got info to share.
Think of them as gifts.
Yes, having my head torn open and hot lava poured into my skull gifts.
She says begrudgingly. This is the guy that wanted to buy the hotel. Yeah. Wolfram and Hart.
New player? Well, now that we've had this lovely reintroduction, I suggest you piss off.
I like this, Wesley.
Suit. Did you see that suit?
Fred! Good to see you out and about.
It is, isn't it?
So cute.
I've been forking with Gunn.
Oh my. Not the phrase you meant to say. And Vision. Oh god. Oh my god. That one was violent.
Okay, I'm fine. It just caught me off guard a little. Yeah,
She's trying to put on a brave face.
5.
You certain?
Yeah, I feel like it actually scratched her this time, which is terrifying that they're coming through.
Certain.
Oh my god, poor Cordelia. Oh yeah, and her shoulder too. Yeah, she usually, it's very physical when she gets the visions, but that one seemed exceptionally intense. Oh god. That looks so painful.
Searching for is always in the last place we look.
I suppose it's one of the unwritten laws of being a dick.
Pardon?
Sleuth, the gumshoe, Sherlock. You don't believe her?
All right, here we go. Next time we hitting the last place first.
How would you know it's the last place? There's no way to, you wouldn't be able to work that out.
Your kind are welcome here.
Since when can a brother buy some ginseng tea?
Not you. Him.
They know he's a vampire? Okay.
Facility, and any being may enter.
We're looking for an ancient coin.
Oh, God. Kung Fu time. Oh my god. They're demons. Great. Great. Oh, the claws. There we go.
You two take Grandma, I'll take the old man.
Oh! Cheese and rice. They got some killer moves. Oh, kicks to the face. Oh. Oh my god.
So much karmically damaged property in LA, not to mention the demon infestation. The senior partners felt I would be more useful here.
Is he gonna be our new Lindsay? Okay.
Aimed at angel investigations. If you're interested, I'd love to have you on my team.
Wow, wow, wow. Lila's like, what a pleasure. Thank you. So kind.
Building code violations.
I'm fighting Angel in my own way.
Yeah. I bet he's really terrified.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd never understood that saying, right as rain. How is rain right? Or wrong for that matter? Okay.
Cordelia's like, I'm not in the mood for this conversation at all. Please go.
Okay, time to go. Has anybody ever told you you're exactly like Lassie?
Is that a compliment?
Sure, he does most of the saving, but it's your visions that tell him that Timmy's trapped in the well or the robbers are hiding in the barn.
She's like, please don't call me a tog.
It depends on you.
She's like, I spent all of last season, you know, episodes in Pylea being called a cow.
See, I'm not alone. I have a ghost. Bye. We'll have to...
Another vision? Oh my god, seriously? No, 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 no.
You all right?
Oh no, Cordelia. Oh my god. Oh, why is it always pussy and gooey and green? Ugh.
Storefront downtown on the corner of 5th and something. And there was a key. I should probably draw you a picture of the key.
It was a very cool effect. Super gross, but really cool. Oh, her poor face. Oh, and now they're happening to her, and she's not just feeling it, it's actually like manifesting into her. Oh, that's horrible.
Why would anybody do this on purpose?
Yeah, that's crazy. And like, is this a one-time thing with this one demon, or is it going to be ongoing now?
We'll see what it's doing to her. If the powers that be are taking such extreme measures, we have to assume that the coin and the key are of great significance.
And so is Cordelia.
Aww.
Go out and find that key. How can I help her?
By trusting me. I have an idea.
Yeah, if she gets a third vision, what happens then? Exactly.
Which key might that be?
Oh, of course. Of course. It wouldn't be easy.
Yes, of course. This should only take a moment.
Don't trust him. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the gooey boiled demon. Oh, God, that's so gross.
Terminator, you can't come in with fumigating.
In the middle of the night? I don't think so. I need you to get some of them books out of Wes's office, okay?
Wouldn't they need his, like, approval to show up before they start fumigating? What's happening?
Man. All right, you got 30 seconds to show me your work order before I start doing some exterminating my damn self.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He's throwing words around.
I'm looking and feeling like this, but if I lose the visions, I wouldn't be able to help you anymore.
Yeah, we know after the last season, too, she had a chance to give him up and she didn't. And
You're important. The visions are just aftermarket extras like her shifter or Krager wheels.
What are those?
Honey, you got some power of your own.
Sorry, all that spinning and swirling was freaking me out.
My fault, my fault.
Very interesting process that Lorne could do this and that they can somehow reverse engineer the powers that be visions and like see what they want.
How many times did I tell you if we don't have your 1099 on file, then payroll can't cut you a check?
I know.
I definitely recognize this actor.
Let's just finish the job.
Wasn't he in the Buffy episode where they're in college? Oh, that's cool. No need to have the rest of your skull attached. You know, it's highly overrated. Just keep your exposed brain. Oh my god! Oh, what is happening? Why is it moving like that? Oh my god. Oh! Oh, no, 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 no. Another vision? Oh, no, 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 no. What was that thing? It was like this armor. Oh my god, her whole arm is burnt. Oh no, poor Cordelia. She's not having a good day.
I did. But I'm just scared now. I'm scared all the time.
Oh no.
What could be so important that the powers would do this to me? I don't understand.
It's not them. It's not them. Oh, this is horrible. I hate seeing her sad like this.
What? Did you make contact?
The visions aren't from the powers.
Oh, sure, sweetheart. Steal my thunder.
Here. You got what you wanted. Now it's over.
I'm surprised he just handed them over so quickly because he knows they're going to do something horrible with them.
And you'll be needing these to complete your mission?
There's no mission.
Oh, come on. Seriously? They've got Cordelia hostage now. Yeah, exactly. So they can just use him.
You'll need those to complete your mission.
I see. I do this for you, and you stop sending Cordy the killer visions.
Oh, yeah, he's held hostage, basically.
And you will help her.
Good to see Lila's still the worst.
Champion of good, a warrior. And I needed someone who could travel in and out of a fortressed demon dimension.
I'm sorry, what? He's leaving this dimension? Come on.
Wolfram and Hart are behind this mission. It can't be good.
He doesn't care. He just wants to save Cordelia.
Man is wrongly imprisoned doesn't make it so.
Exactly. He's like, I just need to save Cordelia.
Explain to you that helping them violates everything you stand for.
Right again.
Good, then I don't need to convince you to let me go with you.
Right, no.
I believe it's fairly simple. Ready?
Yeah, he's gonna do anything to help Cordelia.
You're back.
Well, that's cool. It's a fun prop. Oh, I like that. Such a cool effect. And yeah, they wouldn't let him take any weapons. They all fell behind. Oh no. Oh good, a cube of fire. That's fun. Oh, and that's the demon she saw. Oh my god, he looks terrifying. No need for introductions.
Hi. You know you're not supposed to be here, right?
What about him?
Oh, him?
It's just a rotating man on fire.
You have any idea how monstrous a guy's got to be before he gets sent to us?
Oh my
We're a
god.
very high-end institution.
And it's your job to keep him here.
He's like, we pride ourselves in our ability to keep the prisoners.
So, living here, Skip?
No, I commute.
These two just having a normal conversation. Is that the man on fire we saw earlier?
Oh, he is. My will prevents him from being heard. I mean, there's only so many, oh my god, the pain, please make it stop, you can listen to.
Oh, this guy's the worst. Oh god.
You're gonna try to rescue this guy? But we're on the same side. And shouldn't you be helping me keep him in here?
I think this is one of my favorite demon suits that we've seen so far.
Sorry. Wish I could. I guess we'll just have to agree to it.
Oh, yep, saw that coming. No time for chit-chat anymore. Pleasantries are over. Oh. Yeah, he can still be a vampire with no weapons. Oh, stay away from the flaming cube. Oh, God. The guy's gonna pull him in. See ya. Yeah, let's trade places, buddy. Oh my god, that's horrible. Why did he save him?
Good. Sorry about this.
Oh! Kicks to the face. I was like, why is he saving him? He's trying to beat him anyway. I feel like this set is very familiar. I don't know what it's called. I know it's in LA. I feel like Grease was filmed. Like, there's been so many movies and TV shows that I think have been filmed in this. Again, I don't know what it's actually called, but like this set.
To be honest, no one at the firm thought you could do it. Except me. You're a remarkable man, Angel.
Such flattery will get you nowhere. I hope he actually fixes it. I don't trust any of them, but Angel did what they asked, so. But that doesn't mean this guy's gonna try and do this again, you know, whenever he wants. Oh, okay, good. Oh, I was worried. Yeah, I'm very curious who this guy is. Well, I definitely don't like him, but this is just the beginning.
It's just business.
Right. Just business.
And Angel hates himself for helping them, but he knows he had to do it for Cordelia. And he's not, maybe he won't let him escape? I don't know. Oh, rebar! Oh my god, through the guy's brain? Yeah, because I was gonna say, he's just gonna do this again.
Don't you come at me through Cordelia ever again. You play that card a second time, and I'll kill you.
And he means it. I knew there had to be, I'm like, he's not just gonna let them walk away. Like, there had to be something. The guy's still out of the prison, obviously, but...
It's all my fault.
It's not about winning, Cordelia. It's about what's at stake. And in this particular scenario, you're way more important than winning.
Aw, he's so sweet.
I can't worry about that guy I set free. I did what I had to do.
I'm sure they'll cross paths eventually, which I'm terrified to think will be sooner than later. Oh, God. Whenever they end a sentence like that, it's not good.
The father is also a...
Vampire? Yes.
Yes, exactly. I'm curious if the actress was pregnant in real life and they wanted to incorporate it. Yeah, let me know, but I'm very worried to see what Darla's gonna come up with. Well, first time for everything. Oh, God. And of course, the bloody handprints on her belly.
No man can.
Uh-oh.
This is not meant to be known.
Oh, no, that's not good.
I haven't heard that before. Well, I guess there's only one thing left to do.
I'm terrified.
Go visit Daddy.
Oh, no. Oh, God. And she confirmed, obviously, that it is Angel's baby. Oh, my gosh. So that was my first time watching Angel, Season 3, Episode 2. We had Darla back in again at the end. That seems to be how they're setting up her characters, you know, having her be the last scene of the episode. I'm very worried going into the next episode because it sounds like this whole time she's been trying to get rid of the baby, and now there's no other options. Basically, the shaman was her last option, and she's like, well, I guess it's time to go meet your dad. Like, she's, you know, going to face the music or face Angel, and I don't know what that interaction is going to be like, but I'm very nervous to see because, yeah, there's just a lot of questions. And even the shaman saying, like, this thing shouldn't, you know, exist, like, it shouldn't be possible. And she's like, yeah, like, I've heard it all before, and just, you know, doesn't want to listen. So, yeah, I'm very curious because... will the baby be a vampire when it's born? What does that look like? Is Angel's life now going to be this dad? Is Darla going to try and do something horrible to the baby because she obviously doesn't want it? What's she going to dump it on Angel's doorstep? I have no idea. There's so many different ways that it could go. And like I said, I feel like it's going to have a huge trajectory on both, you know, Angel's character and Darla's character for the rest of the series because this is going to be a big moment, and Angel obviously hasn't seen Darla since she left town, so this is going to be quite the surprise of a reunion when they finally do meet. They did have her listed as a guest star in the credits right when we started the episode, and I was like, okay, maybe it'll be another flashback, but seeing how it was in the first episode as well, I don't know if that's going to be the formula going forward, or if once she meets Angel, then this storyline will be gone. Obviously, Darla has been a part of this series since Buffy, and her backstory with Angel has been ongoing. I felt so bad for Cordelia in this episode. She was just getting the crap kicked out of her physically, mentally, and was just trying to be brave. And, at first she gets the scratches and she's like, it's fine, and is like putting on a brave face and is almost convincing. And Wesley knows that something is up, obviously, and then she finally confesses, when she starts getting the boils on her face, she shows them the scratches and then the burns. And it was interesting to see them question the powers that be and try and talk to them, just because they're like, hey, what's going on? Like, why are you doing this? And at first I was thinking, okay, the demon or whoever they're tracking down through these visions must be something incredibly horrible, and maybe the powers that be are trying to reinforce, hey, this is really important, we really need you to get this guy, or something like that. Obviously we find out that's not the case. It had nothing to do with the powers that be. It was with this guy Wolfram and Hart had hired, who had half a skull, and that was super creepy and just really well done at the same time. I definitely recognize the actor. I'm blanking on his name, and I'm pretty sure he was in an episode of Buffy as well. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments. But the fact that he just had, this hat to hide his exposed skull, and I wasn't surprised Angel killed him in the end, because he was definitely not going to let that guy go, and knowing that, Wolfram and Hart could change their mind at any moment and just get him to do all this stuff again to Cordelia, because as we know, Wolfram and Hart are the worst and can't be trusted. And throwing that rebar through the window and he just gets impaled in the side of the head, like, oh my god, such a gruesome way to go. And I know Angel wants to do anything possible but help Wolfram and Hart. They've obviously been his enemies throughout this entire series, and the fact that he was, held hostage, or Cordelia, I guess, was held hostage, and they used, Angel to go free this guy from prison. I know that was the last thing he wanted to do, but like he says at the end, it's all about the stakes, and he knew that if he didn't do it, Cordelia would just be in more pain and suffering, and he definitely wasn't going to let that happen. And I think their relationship has got a lot stronger, and their bond's gotten a lot stronger since he came back. Like, when he left, obviously she was incredibly mad at him, but since he came back, a lot of last season was him, trying to make it up to her and, trying to get back into her good graces. And now that he is, I feel like their bond is just so strong, and she can trust him again and knows that he's not going to abandon her again. And that cute scene with her, like, making him waffles, and he's like, I'm not really like a foodie, and I don't know if he can even taste food as a vampire, but she was trying to make breakfast for the two of them and say, how much she appreciated it. And we did hear her say that she didn't want the visions, but I don't think that was true. I think in that moment she didn't want them, because she was in a lot of pain and was getting, her butt kicked continuously and didn't know when it was going to stop. Like, she could have gotten another vision and another one, and who knows what would have happened next. She was already burned, boils, and those huge scratches on her. So I don't blame her for having that moment of weakness and having that doubt of saying, like, okay, take them, I don't want to do this anymore. And we know how strong Cordelia is, and we know how protective she is of her visions. And even at the end of the last season, she had an opportunity to give them up, and she didn't want to. And when she first got the visions from Doyle, she wanted to give them up to anybody who would take them, and now they've become something so valuable to her. And Angel basically says to her, like, hey, you're valuable as a person. Like, even without the visions, he still sees value in her, obviously. And I don't know that she had thought that in a little while. She is very confident, but she obviously sees her contribution to the team as the visions, and maybe would think less of herself without them, which isn't accurate, but I could see why she would think that. Really cool makeup, prosthetics, special effects, all that stuff in this episode. It always is. I know I say it every time, but just the exposed skull looks so real, or the exposed brain looks so real, and it was even moving. You could definitely tell that it was like just an enlarged piece that they put on his head, but I don't care. It still looked cool. And the boils on Cordelia's face, like, it was so cool the way it just came up through her skin, and all they started gooey and gross and bubbling, and oh my god, it's disgusting, but just such a cool shot. And the fact that she had the burns on her arms and these huge like scratches, like lots of makeup and stuff for her character in this episode, and all of those little pieces I thought were really well done. And helped show the trauma that she was going through physically with each of these visions, and I'm glad to know that it's not going to be something that's happening going forward, because we already know the regular visions were taking a huge toll on Cordelia mentally and physically, but to now think that they could be manifesting into her is a whole new level. So I'm definitely glad she's feeling better, and that was just a one-time thing and it's not going to be a continuation, because I was like, okay, maybe the visions, like, she's reached a limit of visions as a human, maybe she could only handle so much, but luckily it was just a horrible guy with his skull open. I really liked that key and coin portal opener, whatever you want to call it, but the effect of that was really cool. These like blue waves, and the fact that Angel just kind of stepped into it. It wasn't like a portal opening like we saw in season 2. And the key and coin were cool props as well. And the fact that, we put them together, those like connections came out, and it was a spinning top. Really creative prop. I just love all that stuff. So let me know in the comments if you know any behind the scenes about how they made them or anything like that. And just the comedic writing of Angel going to meet this character named Skip. Skip, of all the names, it's Skip. And I think he might be my favorite demon that we've seen so far. His I don't know, outfit, I don't know what else to call it. His armor seemed so detailed and so intricate, and his red eyes. And normally when we see demons, it's, maybe scales or a mask or something on their face. Still really well done, but this was just head to toe completely detailed. And the fact that him and Angel kind of have this like, normal chit chat banter, small talk before, fighting and trying to unalive each other basically. But it was like, oh yeah, how's it going? Like, oh yeah. And then he saves him from the cage of fire, which was like the whole point of him going down there was to free the guy, and he could have easily let Skip die, and he chose to save him. So that's interesting. But just such a funny character, and it almost reminded me of Lauren a little bit, just like this sarcastic humor, and watching the two of them have interactions. And even the fact that Skip didn't immediately attack Angel, he was just like, oh, well, you're not supposed to be here. Like, it's just, saying it so plainly just added this, great comedic element that I think we really needed in this episode, because there was so much happening to Cordelia. And that cube of fire was terrifying. And the fact that he's just burning in there constantly is some kind of torturous hell I don't even want to think about. And Angel asking, like, why can't I hear him screaming? And Skip casually saying, like, oh, well, I've, with my will, I've turned them off, basically. Like, I've put him on mute because I don't want to listen to him scream. And then he's like, yeah, you can only listen to him scream for so long. I'm just like, way too casual about it. It was terrifying, but just the fact that that kind of prison even exists, like, it's not a regular jail, it's some, demonic jail in this other dimension that he had to go to. And if he was that bad of a criminal to be put in a prison like that, I'm terrified that he's out now, and that Wolfram and Hart, have him at their disposal. And even Angel has to come to terms saying, like, I can't, worry about that guy, because his goal was to make sure Cordelia is safe, and he's accomplished that goal. And I'm curious to see if the guy that he let out of prison, we never learned his name, he doesn't say anything, if he will come back into play in future episodes. Please no spoilers, but I feel like we will, just because of the way the show, plants those seeds for later episodes. We had Gavin Park back in this episode. He, was in the previous season, the last episodes, saying he wanted to basically buy the hotel. Angel and them said no, and now he's trying to go at it with these, like, health code violations or building permit violations, whatever they are. And it sounds like he's trying to be the new Lindsay, and Lila's like, oh, no. And the fact that, Gavin invites Lila to be part of his team, and Lila just kind of looks at him like, excuse me? That's not how this works. And I'm very curious to see how that's going to go, because if he moves into special projects, that's where Lindsay was. But I definitely can't see the two of them getting along. Not that Lila and Lindsay got along, but I think they had, like, at least an understanding. I don't think Lila's going to tolerate Gavin for 1 minute, so I'm very curious to see what's going to happen there. And I definitely recognize the actor who plays Gavin. I feel like he was in Lost. I'll have to look it up Winifred had come out of her room in this episode and, was eating with them, still hiding under the table, but was eating with her fingers, and had offered some suggestions to Wesley. She actually leaves the hotel and goes to Cordelia's house to eat peanut butter. She's exploring all these foods she's missed for so long, and she has this suggestion about how to contact the powers that be, so that was interesting, and I feel like Wesley really appreciated that contribution, because usually he's the one coming up with the plans, so it was interesting to see her be like, actually, why don't we just do this? And he's like, why didn't I think of that? And interesting to have Lorne kind of reverse his powers to try and trace, the powers that be and connect with them that way. Overall, I thought it was a really good episode. I'm very excited to see where the season's going to go, if this is the way we're starting off. 2 strong episodes. A lot happened in this episode. There was, they're finding the key and then the coin and then going to the other dimension and everything with Cordelia. So just a really action-packed episode, and I definitely feel like the next episode is going to be Darla reuniting with Angel and explaining this baby situation. So I'm very worried and curious to see what that's gonna look like, because I'm assuming she can't go to a hospital. Where is she gonna give birth to this baby? So many questions. And yeah, I'm trying to imagine Angel's reaction to seeing Darla pregnant, and it's impossible. I can't even process his face, because I don't know what he's going to do or say, and I wouldn't be surprised if once the baby's born, Darla takes off again. Please no spoilers, but that's just my prediction, considering she's been trying to not have the baby this whole time. But I feel like a vampire baby is just going to be a whole crazy plot, and I don't know if that'll be carried out through the whole season, if it'll be a few episodes, but yeah, either way, I'm very curious and worried to see where it's gonna go. But thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Oh good, a cube of fire. That's fun. He's like, we pride ourselves in our ability to keep the prisoners. Gooey boil demon. Oh god, that's so gross. Oh, that's cool. No need to have the rest of your skull attached. Oh, rebar!